The moment the ink dries on your pre-approval letter for Southeastern Massachusetts, it feels like the hard part is over. It is tempting to assume that pushing your budget into a higher tier will automatically reveal a flawless property that requires zero effort to secure. But moving from $300,000 up to $500,000 doesn't eliminate the friction of house hunting. It only changes the type of friction you have to deal with. To survive this market, you have to stop looking at your budget as a magic wand. Your number is actually a map of the specific hurdles you are about to navigate. We can evaluate the $300,000, $400,000, and $500,000 tiers by identifying their unique advantages and the mandatory sacrifices tied to each. Let's lay this out on a three-part matrix beneath our price tiers. The first row is the win, the best-case outcome at that price point. The second row is the catch, the unavoidable compromise you'll endure to secure a home in that tier. Successful buyers select the specific hardship they are naturally best equipped to handle. The $300,000 bracket is the entry level. This is the domain of raw potential, built for the sweat equity hunter. Properties here generally have solid structural bones, good layouts, and functional yards, but they are wrapped in deeply dated cosmetics like original kitchens and worn flooring. Taking on a home here means physically dismantling decades of old design choices. Your win is securing a lower entry price and aggressively forcing appreciation. By doing the physical work, you build equity immediately. On our matrix, the $300K column populates with immediate equity in the win column. But the cost is heavy. You must sacrifice your weekends, hold extra cash for renovations, and tolerate living inside a dusty construction zone. The $300K tier delivers a highly profitable second job rather than a move-in-ready sanctuary. Moving up to the $400,000 bracket, we hit the great unavoidable balancing act. The central conflict of this price point is a direct battle between geography and property condition. If you prioritize proximity to the commuter rail or the beach, you have to accept a much smaller footprint or heavily outdated interiors. If you demand large square footage and modern finishes, you will be pushed miles away from the central towns, taking on a significantly longer commute. This is a strict trade-off. Attempting to secure both a premium location and a perfect interior will only result in a stack of rejected offers. Back on our matrix, the win here is a balanced lifestyle, tailored to your specific needs. The catch is geographic compromise. Buyers at $400K only experience intense frustration when they refuse to decide which side of the scale matters more to their daily routine. At $500,000, we reach the peak of this specific market. This tier is built for the turnkey competitor. The win is straightforward. You secure a highly polished, fully updated home that requires absolutely zero immediate renovation work. That frictionless ideal looks like this: a finished space you can drop your bags in and enjoy on day one. But because these homes are flawless, they attract the highest volume of eager buyers, placing you in the most hyper-competitive segment in the region. To secure a home here, you have to navigate intense multiple offer situations, frequently facing pressure to waive standard inspections and appraisal protections to stay relevant. Our final column shows the win as turnkey ready, paired strictly with brutal bidding wars. Maxing out your budget at $500K removes the physical stress of swinging hammers and driving long commutes, but it introduces the high-stakes financial risk of emotionally overpaying past true market value. The properties are only half the equation. The real decision comes down to your internal resources, your time, your flexibility, and your emotional bandwidth. Map resources to budget by asking, what is your highest tolerance? This creates three paths. High tolerance for DIY and waiting? Target the $300K tier. Willing to compromise on commute or square footage? Target $400K. Have thick skin for repeated rejection? Aim for $500K. Real estate success isn't about stretching to qualify for the highest possible tier. It is about choosing the path that aligns precisely with your actual lifestyle and stress levels. Do not attempt the $300K path if your closing costs will completely wipe out your cash reserves. Immediate repairs will be required, and you need capital to execute them. Avoid the $400K path entirely if you expect absolute perfection on all fronts. Inflexibility here guarantees failure. And avoid the $500K path if you form quick emotional attachments to houses. Losing bidding wars will burn you out rapidly. Your pre-approval letter represents a predictable roadmap to the exact challenges you will face. Stop exhausting yourself searching for the flawless house. Instead, strategically evaluate the trade-offs and select the specific hardship you are most comfortable living with.